Hello, good morning, welcome back. Hopefully it is Sunday when you're watching this. It's actually Sunday when I'm filming this. And no, not Sunday last week, as in like this morning, as in I've just finished milking the cows and I haven't got a YouTube video for today. And if that doesn't tell you how my week has went, I don't know what else will. But you're all very welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on. I thought today we could do a quick fire YouTube Q&A, get to know me, be a little bit nosy I suppose. I asked over on Instagram yesterday for some questions. Will you have a lot of questions? So I thought I would answer maybe like 10 or 15 of them here very quickly. Yeah, if you have anything else you want to know, leave me a comment down below. And as you know, I love commenting back, so I will try my best to answer them in the comments. Before we start, I have jumped into the tractor for all of you tractor enthusiasts. It's an 8340. You all know I'm a Massey Ferguson lady, really. And also I've just noticed that I have this on my shoulder, and that would really annoy me whenever I was editing, so good. We're good to start. Also, I wrote all the questions out last night because obviously I film on my phone, so that's what I'm looking at if I'm looking down there. So first question, easy question. What age are you? I am 23. If you asked my back what age we were, my back would probably say 79. Okay, how do you get the time to do it all? 3 cups of coffee a day. Any tips for getting through school when you just want to farm? This was me. If you had have asked me when I was 15 or 16, what do you want to do? I want to get out of school. I want to get out of school and I want to go farming. But I am so glad that I stuck at it. I have a degree now, obviously, and I was in education for 18 years. I would go back and do it all again. I have been farming full time for only a year and a half, and it feels like about 10 years. It feels like I have been out of education and out of school for a long time. So trust me, when everybody else older tells you you're only in school for a little while and you've got your whole life to farm, it is so true. Enjoy your time when you're there. Learn things. Read more things, learn as much as you can whenever you're there, because like I said before, whenever you leave school you're busy all the time. So I would say top tips would be, just remember it isn't going to last forever. You will be out of school soon, but because you're there and you have to be there, make best use of being there and learn as much as you can when you are there. Okay, what do you like doing outside of farming? To be honest, I don't have a lot of time outside of farming. My whole life is pretty much farming, but outside of farming, I love to meet up with my friends, obviously pre-COVID. The minute we are big into meeting up and going for walks with hot chocolate outside, socially distant, obviously. And then I also really enjoy baking. I would have loved to have been a professional baker in a professional kitchen. I'm doing my dissertation on women in ag. What's your thoughts on the topic? Firstly, fantastic dissertation topic. I actually did my dissertation on grass production and utilisation in Northern Ireland. That was a lot of words to write about grass. But yeah, my thoughts on women in agriculture, obviously it's a big movement. Online it has been a very big movement, but I think probably in the last year it has kind of, and I hope I don't offend anyone by saying this, it has kind of fell to the wayside, because I think as a woman in agriculture, yes, obviously I want to recognise women in agriculture and the contribution, I suppose, that we have to agriculture, and I want people to recognise that women and men are equal in agriculture and we are all more than capable of doing any job we set our mind to. But I think that traditional media and newspapers and things like that, people who write about women in agriculture very much like to go down the kind of hard done by route and I suppose tell people, you know, all the sad stories about women in agriculture, and actually You know, if you asked any woman in agriculture, I would probably say 1% of our experiences have been negative, and the other 99% have been extremely, extremely positive. So I think that women in agriculture is a fantastic topic for a dissertation. I think going forward, of course, women in agriculture need to continue to be recognised, but I think that we do need to drop this kind of the sad story element of women in agriculture, and I think that a lot of women in agriculture just do kind of want to get on with it, and they're very happy in their jobs and they're very capable in their jobs, and yeah, the majority of their experiences are extremely positive. I think that's the message that we need to be pushing now with women in agriculture, as opposed to how hard done by we are sometimes. What breed of cows do you farm? We farm Holstein Friesian cows, Holstein, pedigree Holstein cows. On this farm, it is more of a commercial farm, but sort of heading towards that Holstein pedigree end. And then my home farm is full Holstein pedigree. What course or college did you go to? So I did my A-levels, I stuck out my GCSEs, I did my A-levels, and I went to do a course in Queen's University in Belfast that was ran in conjunction with Caffrey at Greenmount. The way the course worked was 2 years at Greenmount, 1 year working in industry. I worked for the Agricultural Levy Board in Northern Ireland, really enjoyed my time doing that. And then I did a final year at Queen's. I graduated last July 2019. Wow. I graduated July 2019 with first class honours in agricultural technology with professional studies, and I would recommend it to anybody. As I said before, you're in education for a very short time in your life, and you have like literally the rest of your life to work and farm, so definitely when you're at it, make best use of the time that you are at it. Did you find uni hard, or did your home farming help you along the way? So I suppose coming from a farm that had sheep, I had pigs, I had some chickens, obviously I had dairy cows. I had a fair knowledge of quite a lot of different aspects in agriculture. That sum's going to really annoy you whenever it's going to really annoy me whenever I'm editing. Yeah, so I suppose I had quite a fair and broad knowledge of a lot of different aspects of agriculture, but maybe didn't know everything in depth. So I'd say it probably did help me in that sense, but at the same time there was plenty of topics that I faced at university that I had literally never heard of before, or had very, very, very minimal knowledge on. So I think the university is as hard as you want to make it to be. Obviously my A-levels did sort of help me in the course that I did. I did biology, business studies and maths at A-level, which really helped me for that agricultural technology course. But again, it's as much of what you put into it is what you get out of it. But there obviously is plenty of opportunity for extra reading and learning, and your lecturers, that you can ask them questions, you can email them, you can get in contact. That's what they're there for. And also you're in a classroom, well I was anyway, with 40 other like farmers all doing different things in their farms, and the opportunity to learn from each other, not just your lectures, was amazing. So was it hard? Yes, but completely doable. I think the sun is getting worse. I don't really know where best to go. Next question is, what type of scrapers do you have on the farm? On my home farm we have Dairy Master scrapers that run on the box. Would much prefer to have had the ones that ran on the rope. I think cows didn't particularly get on well with the scraper on the box section, especially when they were bulling. On this farm they just have a scraper tractor, which does the job just as well. If you visited other countries to see dairy farming, where would you visit? Bucket list, obviously everybody, I would love to go to New Zealand. I think not necessarily that New Zealand is the dairy capital, but I think there's a lot of lessons to be learnt, especially in the kind of Irish, Northern Irish climate. I feel like we're on a fairly similar climate. Other than New Zealand, I would love to go to America and see some of the big like show barns. Obviously I have a bit of an interest in Holsteins and pedigree Holsteins, so I would love to go and see them. So yeah, New Zealand and America, probably Wisconsin. What age do you wean calves at? So the calves on this farm are on powdered milk. They're on a fairly high plane of nutrition, and they wean at about 8 weeks probably, and they're probably weaning around 90 to 100 kilos in that 8 week time frame. But obviously I think it just depends on the calf. I don't particularly wean on age, I don't particularly wean on weight. We just kind of wean whenever, you know, if the calf has got past 8 weeks and they're big and they're healthy and they're eating plenty of meal, I think their other intakes aside from milk is probably one of the most important factors. Like, are they drinking plenty of water, and are they eating plenty of meal? And then that's when I'll wean them. Okay, I'll do one last question, and it is, what do you do for the AI company? So for anybody who doesn't know, I actually have a part-time job. On top of all of this, I also work for an AI company, and the AI company, they basically have like an AI program. So they'll go onto your farm and look after all your AI and then all your service information, all your calving information, drying off, that kind of thing. So my job for them is whenever they start a new farm, I basically go in and try and get as much data on the cows as possible. So whenever the technicians go in, they know exactly what status is on every cow. So every cow on the farm that is in calve, every cow that's served, every cow that is dry, or every cow that's fresh. So I quite enjoy it. I like working with data. I like working with cow data, and it breaks up the day a little bit. Sometimes it means that you have an opportunity to get sat down on your laptop, and it kind of keeps your head fresh, I suppose. And also it means that I'm not, I suppose, falling away-ish in terms of the agricultural industry. I kind of still do have my foot in the door with a really good and reputable company, so that if I ever did want to go and work somewhere else, I have something to write on my CV that isn't just farming. I think it kind of helps to set you apart from everybody else. Okay, so that is a very quick flick through what were a lot of questions. If you have any more questions, like I said at the start, please do leave them down below. And if you want more Q&A videos, or maybe videos based on a certain topic on the farm, or maybe something I've said today, let me know as well, and I will try my best. So now I'm going to jump out of this tractor. What time is it? It's 8:57, so I'm already 1 hour late for my 8 o'clock upload, and also rural Wi-Fi is rubbish. So don't know what time you'll be watching this at, but you will have a video today. You will have a video on Sunday. So yeah, I'm going to jump out of this tractor, start editing whilst I eat my breakfast, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. But anyway, that is me. I will see you in my next one, hopefully this week coming. Well, I know this week coming is going to be a busy week, so I'll try my very hardest to film lots of exciting stuff for next week's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.